And we're back, and I think I fixed it. At least I see the right meter going in OBS here. So I don't know. We'll give that a shot. Okay, let's jump back in game here. All right, and hopefully I can fire that thingy, and you can. Audio isn't echoey now. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. It's possible that the microphone source was also looking at, or the desktop audio source was also looking at the whatchamajiggy at the microphone, so that it was playing the microphone twice. That would account for the feedbacky sound and the lack of game audio. Okay, so yeah, I got out of that little ambush room just by kind of climbing around on that stuff. Alright, and now I hit a switch, and what did that open? Can I hit it again? I can. And what does that do? Does that open the way here? Or? Oh yes, maybe it did this. Aha, it opened a waterway. Yeah, that like hitting the sort of Scooby-Doo brick to open up the spiral staircase. That's kind of it's kind of weird because it feels like a secret, even though it might be critical path. See, at this point, I'm even forgetting if it's critical path. Yeah, because it just puts me back to this room. Puts me into this thing. And now I'm back here. So... Oh, and that's a toggle. Okay. Alright. Certainly seems required. Someone in the chat was saying, I think that there's a spiral staircase builder in Unreal, and there is indeed. It is one of the brush primitives that you can use. So you can just kind of have a spiral staircase in a can. Oftentimes, though, like, you'll have difficulty aligning that stuff, like what that spiral staircase builder gives you. It'll be kind of difficult to align to the grid and make it behave. So I'm guessing that's what they used for this. But yeah. A lot of times, if you wanted the geometry to be exactly how you wanted it, you would have to get in there and just build the spiral stair. You know, just make the spiral staircase by hand. Just move the vertices around by individually snapping them and stuff. It was a real pain. So, like, I'm really not clear on what this is doing. I kind of thought that this was supposed to open these. Yeah, and it's like kind of got a time release sort of nature of the door. That is mystifying. I hope I haven't just broken something here and, like, let's see. I mean, that. Yeah, this just leads down into the water. Is this going to open up for me? Nope. And not this. Oh, okay. Well, that's completely invisible and impossible to tell, and all the other bad direction things that I complain about when I'm playing this game. Is it like a counterweight thing? Yeah, it's just a counterweight that's making the door open. Like, the amount of design work that goes into making one identical door open to another is very unevenly distributed, because sometimes it's just like a weird... Oh, okay, I guess I just missed my lift there. Yes, I meant to get up there. Alright, well, we'll do the counterweights again. Yeah, like, I mean, this is cool. This is just a... I don't know, the fact that you have to, like, run around to, like, see where the lift you're hitting is a little little annoying, but... Alright. And it goes slowly up, and I think this is going to take us into... It's going to take us over the top to where we are looking down into this chamber with delicious green water bottled at the source, Napali goodness. Let's see, is this like a weird little spiral thing? Oh yeah, and there's a whole... There's an underwater switch I can hit. Oh ho! That opens up this door, which is cool. And I think at this point, a monster or something would be jumping us. I don't know why I'm making an effort to... Oh, what is with the collision on this crummy little thing? Come on, you're killing me here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, something reminded me, like, these little Unreal, like, the little, you know, cool procedural texture-y sort of things that they do. They totally also use that for Ambrosia and the Grey Death virus in Deus Ex. The two MacGuffin-y substances that have some geopolitics tied up in them in Deus Ex. Hydraulic doors are the ones that don't have counterweights. Yeah, why, Jams and Yams asks, why is all the water in this game really green? Really strange artistic decision. I guess it's supposed to mean alien, though. Yeah, it is, like, it's pretty consistent throughout, you know? So they really are kind of saying, like, the water on this planet is just really green. Maybe there's, like, an abundance of phytoplankton or something. I don't know. I'm throwing good, you know, science after bad, obviously, but, like... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just the water. It's Unreal water. It's kind of like how, you know, when you're riding Pirates of the Caribbean or something, and you look down and the water's like just kind of opaque and kind of nasty looking. That's not just normal water. It's Pirates of the Caribbean water. So Unreal water is similar. It's just a different color, and it's less opaque. So, you know, but you don't want to drink it. Dear God, don't drink that stuff. That's going to be real bad for you. You will get very sick if you drink Unreal water. Everything else is glowy and colorful. Normal water would look weird. Yeah, no, that's I buy that. I buy that. Oh, and there's a scuba tank here, which will allow us, which tells us that we're going to be doing some swimming. This is another like multiple enemy ambush here, and I think they spawn up in these like little cutaways in the ceiling. Oh yeah, and it's the scripting is launching into the combat techno. Yeah, it's another scripted fight. I guess they figured at this point in the game, might as well give the player some scary fights that chew through a lot of their ammo and such. Okay, so now I think, has this become open? Maybe not. What am I doing here? Okay, no, maybe I'm supposed to, I think I might be meant to, Did I just miss where this lift is supposed to take me? Okay, so this goes up here. I can jump around like a goofus here. I can get that thing, which I don't need. What am I missing here? Yeah, I don't think there's a secret passage back here or something that'll take me to the water I'm supposed to swim around in. Very medieval castle-y, you know, just all kinds of spirals going every which way. I like it. And these arches probably weren't nothing to set up, you know. Okay, so like, yeah, I really feel like I should have maybe... Yeah, where am I supposed to go if not there? Maybe I can go here? Nope. Although, did this way up top open? No. Can't do that. Do both of these doors lead to the same place? Yes, I believe they do. Well, and yeah, this is the same dead end it's been. Well, gosh. Did I hit another scripting failure case here? Oh my gosh. Okay, right. There was one of these little bars that got knocked down. That's the way through. Okay. Well, I don't much like that. Sorry, this is grumpy tourism. I'm grumping on some of their direction choices here. But yeah, we're underwater. We're in some of that green Unreal water, and whatever you do, just don't open your mouth here. You'll start seeing spots and having all kinds of digestive complaints, and oof, don't even want to think about it. Okay, so that's like one of these planks that kind of fell down. Oh, there's like there's a tunnel-y tunnel here. Someone says, I get confused between BSP and CSG. Sometimes people sometimes call both BSP. Yeah, I mean, BSP just means, you know, binary space partitioning tree, which I guess is maybe and then whereas CSG is constructive solid geometry. The way I always they are two different things in Unreal, I think. It's just some kind of a cool thing. There's some sort of police car or something going by outside, sorry. Yeah, like in Unreal, you're using the CSG is the brushes, you know, and those have no existence in-game. Like, you put down a subtractive brush, and that's CSG. That's because you're constructive solid geometry, subtract operationing that thing, and then it compiles into a BSP that the engine then uses to render the scene. So they're different, but yeah, level designers just colloquially call those surfaces BSP, which is true, I guess. But I guess sometimes people mix the terms and they'll say BSP brushes or something. It's like, well, you know, it's clear what you mean, but they're two different things. John Carmack will yell at you if he hears you say that. Did I go into the dead end place that doesn't have anything interesting in it again? I believe I did. A fool is me. Okay. Okay, one of these little dealies, like a little pressure plate or something, I went and hit a switch there. You know, I probably opened up a door on some other part of the level, and I'm totally free to just, you know, backtrack. But, man. Some more of that Hexen 2 stuff. That Hexen 2, something did something somewhere, go everywhere you've been before and find out. Pretty soon, though, there'll be cool stuff. Okay. Please tell me that this is now open. Yes, it has. Excellent. And yeah, there's okay, yeah, there's a gun down there and all kinds of business. Okay. Is this the way out? Oh yeah, that's right. There's kind of a, yeah, this kind of feels like a belfry or something. I do like when, oh wow, this isn't actually, yeah, okay, this is a multi-level thing. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting tactical space. I think and yeah, there's somewhat tough fights throughout all of this. You're facing mostly Scourge and maybe even Scourge Elites. I forget when they roll those out. So this probably has some of the better combat in the game. Yeah, right. So there's just like a crucified Nali skylight area, I guess, to give them some daylight. But yeah, there's that cool skybox out there, and now we're like looking above. We're standing above where this business is. And yeah, I think the whole point of... yeah. But yeah, they're fond of... this is a common Unreal Engine construction, I guess, because you'll have like a wedge brush that's making this sloped thing, and then you've got the... you can just put some very simple rectangular brushes down through that to create that cut. And it usually creates some interesting lighting, you know. I always thought of this, like, just because I started level designing in the 90s, I guess, when it was, like, fresher on the brain. But I always thought of this as, like, Edward Scissorhands' attic, you know. I think, like, the climactic scene of Edward Scissorhands takes place in an attic space like this. I don't know, anyway, and I probably built something like this in Half-Life or Unreal Engine 1 or whatever. Anyway, it's an attic. Okay, so I did not open that up. Oh, and there's like bars keeping me from getting to that. Okay. Okay, so where have I not gone yet? Yeah, I'm just really... there's just all manner of backtracking here. Okay, I have... yes, I have definitely exhausted a lot of these options now. What's this under here? Okay, it's just like a ceiling beam that fell down. Yeah, nothing. Okay, yeah, that's just showing evidence of ruin. So I thought, okay, yeah, I thought I was supposed to open that up and then fall down here. Maybe that is the plan. Okay, and this just opens this door, right? Yes. Oh god. Donk. Okay. Alright, so maybe I hit this and then run back. Yeah, because if that wheel is what opened the things. Man, so many switches. I am getting switch fatigue here. Oh, but no, but now I can't. I'm about done with this level. Oh yeah, and there's like a little space up here I can get to. Oh ho, and that's what that is. Alright, so that's why that jerk was shooting fake script rockets at me from. Okay, yeah, still can't really do anything with that, but that's probably fine. Yeah, I just really feel like that was supposed to open. I'm gonna catch up on the chat here. Seems like there was some discussion, some BSP. Yeah, folks are just talking about different, you know, BSP versus meshes. I mean, back in the day, like, BSP, like, the only way that, you know, video hardware could efficiently render a scene like this was to use a BSP tree so that it was only drawing absolutely the surfaces that it needed to. And then around 2000, 2001, video cards started getting what they called hardware transform and lighting. Which was basically a way of storing meshes on the card and just drawing them in a big batch. Okay, I have rediscovered the critical path. And that created the era of, in Unreal at least, that allowed for a new type of actor called static meshes, which were basically drawn in this kind of instance sort of way that was much quicker, and you could have decoration objects in the screen that could still have solid collision and stuff, but that were that could have like 10 times the poly count roughly of BSP. So you could, that's when you started seeing, you know, really fancy pipe hallways. Like Unreal 2, you know, was the first game that they really shipped with that kind of static mesh tech, and it was all, you know, it just had all these fancy, hyper-detailed decoration meshes. Okay, now I'm locked in here. Okay, and then that opened. Yeah, okay. Weird. Things that are expecting monsters. Yeah, this level just goes on and on. Oh, there's lava. I'd probably fall into that lava. Am I skinny enough? Yep. Answer, yes. Oh, but there's lava. But there's... What is in here? Is there some sort of amazing secret in this lava? No, there's just a thing you can go to and die out of sight from the disapproving stare of the level designer. Wow, okay, so yeah, that's just kind of a lava trap sort of thingy. I can hit that. What did that do? I hear creaking. Ah, yes. That's the lift. Yeah, and nowadays, like, games don't really use BSP stuff, you know? They use, like, either mostly, like, outdoor occlusion-based things, where you can just have, like, a big rolling terrain and then designate stuff that blocks it off, or you just have kind of a more generalized portal rendering thing. The guy who did the teardown of the Doom 3 engine source code has a really good write-up of how portal engines work, and a lot of level design how-tos also get into that. So the whole era of, yeah, like, having everything kind of sorted into this BSP tree is sort of past. But yeah, it was a very important concept. And the thing that has remained, which I think is interesting, is... very specifically green pool that I can swim in. The thing that has remained is that BSP, like CSG specifically, like being able to have these like additive and subtractive brushes that you don't have to create in a 3D program, is still, like, it's weird. Like, 3D artists, people who have worked with 3D Studio Max or Maya their whole careers, many of them that I have worked with bridle at having to use BSP because, like, it's kind of clunky, and the interface for using it, like, it feels really different from a 3D program to use, and it's kind of kludgy, and you can't make anything super detailed with it. On the other hand, people who got really good at it back in the day, like me, you know, still really find a lot of value in that sort of, like, you know, because it feels really different. It's kind of like Lego versus clay. I mean, you can make anything with clay, whereas with Lego, it's like, you know, there's, you know, your vocabulary is different, and it makes you think differently about what you're doing, which is beneficial for certain kinds of things, like prototyping or certain kinds of hard surface architecture. Anyway, I'll stop blabbing about level design stuff, because now we are in Serpent Canyon, which is a level by Shane Caudle, who I think also made the castle that's coming up. Oops, I spoiled it. There's a castle coming up. And yeah, this is just like a straight-up, like, Pirates of the Caribbean Disneyland ride through, like, this narrow little canyon. But it's cool. It's just giving you a nice little moment of ambience. There's birds flying in front of a cool lens flare. So we are just playing Unreal here. And yeah, there's stuff up on the shore. Like, I remember jumping out of this boat because I thought there was, like, goodies or something, and I don't think there's anything super worth... And then, like, if you miss the boat, then you just end up swimming the rest of the way. It's, you know... It's kind of like, you know, if you could get off the boat in Pirates of the Caribbean... contrary to Ron Gilbert's childhood imaginings, it would just be, you would just be swimming in filthy, horrible water, and then you would like come up out of the drink somewhere, and you'd not be having a good time. I don't know if I'm poking holes in any childhood fantasies there, but it's green water. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's like uncongealed jello. Like, if it got a little colder in here, it would just set up, and then it'd be a big, just a big, huge green jello pool. Checking up on the chat here. And yeah, there's like the beautiful little windmill here, and this is just a good chill moment in the game. Importance of BSP, easy to make 3D worlds. Yeah, I do find that it's really interesting. I do find that BSP is really easy. And I feel like with a good interface, like, even people who are used to working in modeling packages would still get some value out of it. All the different BSP editors kind of have different strengths and weaknesses. Like, Unreal has additive and subtractive, and that can be really powerful. But on the other hand, like, you know, things like Radiant have some really nice, some things that really streamline the process of just dragging out brushes and creating that geo. Anyway, this is like an actual, they're kind of implying that this is like an actual mill here, which I love. You know, there's like a lot of windmills in games, and then like very rarely do they seem like they could be used to grind grains into flour, but this one is just doing the thing, you know? It's just really, yeah. There's a nice lens flare torch down here, you know? So that's pretty cool. And yeah, there's a little view down to the thing. Okay, this is like, okay, yeah, that's the way out. That is the way out. And I think what I accomplished there is that I opened this gate right here, and now we come to a pièce de résistance of this video game, which is the Nali Castle. I'm going to make a proper save here. So this is what you probably picked up the box for in Babbage's or Electronics Boutique. There it is. I don't want to get to it just yet because there's like a little, there's a chill out area with Teridium crystals. And I forget if this is like, oh yeah, it's a Nali. It's a Nali who got hold of an ASMD shock rifle, but we don't know exactly what kind of fate befell the poor guy. Yeah, and yeah, this is quite a vista in the video game. This is just a big, cool structure, and you look down and you're like, oh yeah, look, it goes all the way around, and you know, there's these big, cool torches up here. There's a flapping flag that, you know, that kind of like vertex animated mesh doing a cool, dynamic-looking thing was pretty rare in the day. Yeah, and I think there's a normally, like in non-tourism mode, there's a scourge here. There's like a crawl guard or scourge or whatever, and when they see you, they run down through here, and then they hit a switch or something here. They're just like scripted to do that, and then that locks the gate and means that you have to find another way in. Whereas no such jerk exists in this playthrough to do that, so we can just walk right in the front door. But yeah, it does get you exploring, which is kind of a cool level design impulse, you know? Yeah. But yeah, like, you can kind of see here, one of the reasons that this level is, like, nice and impressive, I mean, you clearly see it from having seen the attract mode, is that, like, you know, the negative space really does go all the way around this castle, so it's just sitting inside of a big area, and it's all kind of real spatially. Like, you can go to all of those places. You can't go up anywhere on the cliffs, but, you know, that makes sense. Like, but yeah, it's just a big old place, and so let's explore it. Our translator is saying something. Only the enlightened one who has read the book of the good lore in the chapel shall be granted passage to the tower through these divine gates. So, like, yeah, that was something that the last level, the Cellars at Days of Pass thing, was just completely not doing. And it makes a world of difference, you know, because, like, this, like, gives us, it's like, okay, we see something that looks like a chapel now. Cool, wow, yeah, alright, this is clearly the place. And then you walk up, and you've actually hit a switch here. The path to be followed is long and harrowing, but the strong of heart and purpose will prevail against the challenges. Yeah, you know, so they're kind of like doing a little bit of world building and all that, just, you know, but it's also just direction, which is cool. Alright, that is a big spiral staircase that goes way down. That's the other thing, like, the reason that I think that this is like a real in addition to just looking cool, is also like kind of a standout bit of level design in the game, is that this level is fairly non-linear. Like, we were being gated there by going to the chapel first, but in a lot of other respects, like, we can just go up to these battlements, like, you know, we've got like several different options here. I think, yeah, we haven't activated the thing yet that will take us through there, but Yeah, and here we can kind of see the back of this joint a little bit. You know, the moat just goes all the way around it, and there's like, you know, there's an area up there, and then a tunnel. That's maybe where we're headed to. Yeah, so go down here. There's like kind of a clock tower sort of walkway. Now we're popping out again. There's just a little run that goes around here. So there's a lot of like connective, and I mean in this case, yeah, this is just a dead end, so it's kind of ancillary space. There might have been an enemy there, but yeah, it's just sort of complex and in a way that I find somewhat interesting. All right, yeah, now we're in this kind of dungeony spot. There's like a little tavern sign. Only the warrior who demonstrates his bravery by defeating the five-eyed demon in the tower shall be granted passage to the dungeon. So yeah, there's like a whole little, you know, fiction and like hero's quest here. Oh, yeah. So this is a, this is one of the dice. This is a pair of dice that the Crawl are playing with, and I guess they just got destroyed before they could start the animation playing on it. Anyway, those are two dice. I guess scarred dice have like different colored symbols on them. But yeah. And yeah, we can go in here, and I think there's some jerks that are like sleeping in the beds. You always kind of feel bad killing sleeping bad guys in first-person shooters, you know? Like, if there's no way to sneak by them, you're just like, well, what was I supposed to do there? The answer is probably killing, because this is a harsh world. All right, so this is, yeah, actually we've come back to where we were just a second ago, and that's the chapel. Like that cool purple fire texture there, you know, and then like this sort of angular quasi-Celtic knotwork on the columns here. Just the way the light catches it is really nice. You know, and they just got the lens flares. It's just a nicely lit and nicely staged space. You know, it feels bigger than it is, so you want to explore it more. Yeah, Shane Caudle, level designer here, definitely has like a really good eye for just, you know, architecture, but also just lighting and texturing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, this level's this level. I think there's a good reason that this level became the superstar. Catching up on the chat a little bit here. Yeah. So yeah, this is like a cool feast hall kind of thing. Oh, and look at this. Look at this. I was waiting for this. The conspicuous book sitting out of the flat texture bookcase. Hit that, and then lo and behold, ah, crap, I didn't do it right. Alright, and then it rotates, and then I hit a switch. Okay, yeah, so that just does that. Anyway, it doesn't take us to a mad scientist's laboratory, but, you know, still pretty cool. You got that in there. It's a staple of castles, is rotating bookcases with a single book that does it. It's just so classic. It's more classic than almost anything else in this game. Alright, now we'll go up here. This whole like little setup with the carpet here, you know, like having to like align those textures and get the BSP all chopped up, you know, that took some real work. I dig it. It's also pretty good for guidance, you know, like it sort of suggests that, like, you know, you walk into this room and there are actually multiple ways out of it, but you look at it and you're like, well, this feels like the critical path. This is my yellow brick road. I'm just going to get on it, and at that point I'm heading in a direction. So okay, yeah, so what we did in the chapel opens up this way. And yeah, now there's like some sort of palace chambers and stuff, which is cool. Can't do anything with these books. There's a sniper rifle in a chest by the bed, just in case you need to snipe something in the middle of the night. These little fireplaces. They're cool. BSP chair. It's a classic. Yeah, and then yeah, this takes us outside to the battlements. Get a closer look at that cool flag. I guess that is a Scourge flag. It's got that kind of angular... Looks a little bit like the Klingon writing. Like, I forget what I know Klingon writing from. I'm sure it shows up in some TNG episode or something. Yeah, okay, and here's the bell tower. We're now directly above the chapel. I think I can... I forget if I can... Okay, no. Bumping into that does not set the bell going. And then, where does this go? Okay. Alright, so this is just a loop. Guns. Fireplace. There might be there are definitely some secrets in this castle. And I just forget what they are exactly. The main purple Nali cross is weird considering Nali are being crucified in the present day. It is weird, yeah, like it's you know, I think they wanted to create an iconographic religious symbol for the Nali, but then also, I mean, maybe it's the Scourge just being like super terrible jerks and being like, yeah, okay, you revere this symbol where we're gonna crucify you on it. That might be part of their just grim psychological campaign against the Nali. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we're supposed to get up to the bell tower, to that big tower, and face the beast, the five-eyed beast or whatever. However, let's see, where does this go? Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Damage amp. Don't care about that. Okay, yeah, now we're back in the kitchen here. Some food prep tables. Some Nali healing fruit seeds. I don't know why I can't... Okay, I can jump on that, and then... Yeah, I think I'm just meant to... The things I'll do for a Nali healing fruit seed. Not even using those either, you know? Guess I'm just not losing my health, so... Anyway. I feel like there's a way... Where are we now? Okay, so yeah, this is just kind of this underlevel here. And yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's just a dead end. This flashlight, I think, just moves an Omni to the surface normal that it's hitting, so that's why it kind of, like, pops around like this. It's definitely an old-school solution to having a player flashlight in a first-person game. It's okay. It's certainly better to have a flashlight than not. How are we doing for time here? Yeah, okay. I might, I'm gonna stop before too long here, because this level's plenty big, and we might as well savor it. But yeah, I do kind of want to get up to that tower. See if I can defeat the jerk. Let's see, this goes up. Can't ride on this yet. Now there is like some other way here. Because at any point during this level, you can just kind of jump off and fall into the moat. And I'm almost kind of tempted to do that right now, assuming it will let me. Sorry, I'm wandering here. There's a lift somewhere around here, right? Golly, what am I missing here? Alright, so now we're up here. Did I properly, Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah. You can go out here, and there's a big yard. Which itself is kind of impressively vast, considering that it's the courtyard in a larger structure. And yeah, now we can get up higher on the battlements, I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. There's a beckoning Nali there. Alright, so yeah, now we're up. We're on the path to where we need to be here. There's a little stable down there on across the way. Alright, let's see what this fella wants. Lead the way. Oh, thank you. It's dark and spooky back here. Shield belt and mega health. Thank you. Thank you, Nali. Guess this leads just out to... Yeah, I think this is just one of the lookout points. And yeah, that's where we came in. So yeah, I am going to go up to the tower here, since we are close. And then I will defeat the five-eyed demon. And then I will call it a night, I think. Some sort of lift here or something? Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then we have a whole bunch of spiral staircase. Guess how else are you going to get up this tall tower here? Kind of see the extent of it. Yeah, forget it. Like, this does definitely look like it might have been made by the Unreal spiral staircase builder. Might have been the outer circle spiral staircase, where you can give it an inner diameter. Okay, yeah, and I think normally there would have been one of these, one of those gas bag enemies, like big, gross, they're kind of Unreal's analog of the Cacodemon. And yeah, you have to fight him, and you kill him, and his jibs rain down onto this mirrored floor here, and it is quite a sight. Oh man, can I get up in this windowsill here? I would like that. Alright, jump up here, and then... Well, cool. So yeah, we're at the top of the world right now, and I think that's probably a good... I'm going to put down a little Nali healing fruit seed, and we'll watch this healing fruit seed grow while I thank you for watching. We're towards the end of the game, I think, at this point. Like, there's several notable things after this, but we're getting... It might only be like 1 or 2 more streaming sessions after this, depending on how spunky we feel. But yeah, we're going to go down into the dungeon next, and there will be something waiting for us there, or rather there won't be, because the enemies stressing us out is not a thing in this playthrough. So anyway, cool skybox. Thank you, as always, for watching and being lovely, and for the stimulating discussion in the chat. Let me see if I missed anything worth commenting on before we... all kinds of... yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah, just some more BSP talk and such. Alright, well yeah, thank you very much, as always, for watching. And yeah, we've got some more exciting stuff ahead. And thank you for watching me go through chilled out tourist Unreal. And yeah, I'll see you again next time. Thanks a lot. Good night.